The big one online, everyone wants Bray Wyatt. Everyone wants Bray
Oh,
Wyatt to be inducted into the Hall of Fame because
yeah,
unfortunately we lost him, and he was to a lot of people, the connection,
yeah,
the person who inspired them to be who they are in this world. And
yeah.
Bray Wyatt to me spoke to me. I loved him. He was great. I didn't know him personally. Do you have like a Bray Wyatt story? Do you know him personally? What was your relationship like with him?
I mean, my relationship with him goes way back to when I was just doing extra stuff in WWE in like 2014. I was an extra, and I was talking to Bray Wyatt about Sister Abigail stuff. Like, I was a very, you know, sweet looking young girl who had a little squeaky voice, and we were talking about how it'd be perfect if like the Sister Abigail thing happened. And um he was always someone who, and I mean, I think a lot of wrestlers there say this today, like he was a person who really strived for other people to do well. Like he was always putting my name in there and trying to get me on, and because I was doing so much extra stuff, like I just kept showing up. That's how I got hired. People just assumed I worked there until I did work there. But he was really nice and sweet and was always down to give advice, like especially when I started doing this Valhalla stuff. He had a lot of good, like he would just randomly think of character ideas for me and write me about it, and it was just such a it's an incredible resource to have character ideas brought to you. You're like, of course I will do anything you say, like obviously. And it was just a big hit to the wrestling world. Like, as someone with young children, I'd have, and you have, like, I just seeing those kids and, trying to just be whatever you could be for them, bring them any kind of happiness you could bring for them, to like be there for JoJo, and it just like brings tears to my eyes to think about, and I pray for them constantly. And it's such a hard, I mean, it's something I can't imagine, and so at TV a few weeks ago, I saw Bray Wyatt's kids, and I was in my makeup and my paint, and I looked, like I do, and I bent down and said hi, because usually I scare children. Unfortunately, I don't like that about my character. I don't like to scare kids, but Bray's kids like loved it, and I got down and they were like, "She looks like Daddy," and they were picking up my dreadlocks, and it just like definitely went in the bathroom and cried for 20 minutes after that. But he has left such a mark on the wrestling world that can only be left if you just did good for a very long time, either professionally and personally and family wise. And like, I just want to offer them nothing but like love and support and hope. And yeah, I just try to pray for them every day. And it's such a hard thing. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing so much, because at the time, we would see him step away and you'd read things, health reasons. You're like, okay, well, you don't know when you think of you don't know the distance,
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
is. You think, he has a cold, or, stuff like that. But, thank you for sharing so much passion about him, because I actually did buy, I was, when he passed away, and
Oh, that's
about him
cool to have you here.
because on WWE.com, and I think they're still doing this, if you buy Bray Wyatt merchandise, it goes straight to his family.
Oh, amazing.
So if you buy a shirt, a mask, a poster, anything of Bray Wyatt, it goes right to JoJo and his kids. So, if you're a Bray Wyatt fan like I am, or just a good person who has kids, this is, I think, a great way. If you can connect to them individually, this is a great way to make sure that at least financially they're taken care of, because, you got me in tears a little bit as well, thinking about not being here for my kids to give them just be a dad, just be there, not money, not this, not that, just be there. And so
fathers are so important. Fathers are like, can't be without a father. You're at literally every statistical disadvantage if you do not have a father. Like, and I'm a mother, and like I feel irreplaceable, as Cash's mother, but like statistically speaking, if you do not have a father, like it is rougher for you than not having a mother. So it is something that I just heard for those children, that, when I heard for JoJo being put in the position to have to be a mother and a father, I know Taylor's helping a lot, Bray's brother. I know he's really stepped up and is being, the father figure that those children, need and want. And luckily, they all live close to each other, so that community is there, and it's really given. I think it always makes you appreciate family more when you're in such a need. So I don't know intimately, but I would like to think that JoJo's being very well taken care of by Bray's family and by the community she's surrounded herself in. Like, community is so important, especially in times like that.
Of course. And I know many people want Bo Dallas to don the Fiend mask and come back as the Fiend,
Yeah.
keep that going. And I would love to see that too. I'd love to see the connection, the continuation of the Fiend, and Bo Dallas being involved as well as the brother of Bray Wyatt would be absolutely outstanding.